Good afternoon, colorists. I am Mia Leondo with Badass Art. I'm here this afternoon to work on this cute little portrait from our newest book, Dragonfly Dreams. It's a Land of Loredale book, and it is from our new series, The Hollowlands. So I thought we would start today with some Black Widow skin tones, and we can dive right in. I'm going to, I think we'll start this lighter skin tone with the Black Widow Light set, and we'll start with this eggshell color. And I'm just going to go in with very light circular strokes, just a light hand. We're just going to put down a really nice smooth base color here. And I'm just going around the shadowy parts of her face with this, just to, put down I think I've said it before, just put down a base color so that the other pencils have something to grab hold of and blend into as we start laying the foundation of our portrait. And this is a lighter skin tone, so I'm not choosing anything drastically deep in color. I'm staying nice and even in the tone. I believe that Black Widow is a wax pencil. Yes, these are wax pencils. So they blend a little differently than the oils. Oils, you build color by going over them. It's a layering thing. Wax pencils, you can kind of push the color into, and you can push the colors into each other. They'll actually, blend, and you can put yellow and blue together and get green. If you want green with oil pencils, you kind of have to lay down the yellow and then go over. You have to build it up to change the color. Whereas with wax pencils, you can just scribble them together and it'll change. It's definitely have a different approach with the two pencils. And you might hear some thunder. We're still having thunderstorms, so that is another sound effect I'm adding to the ambiance in this afternoon's tutorial. And nothing different, just nice light hand. These pencils put out a lot of pigment without a lot of effort, and they're a softer pencil. I'd say they're probably at a 6 or 7 on the softness scale. And if you say that Prismas are a 10, you know, on a soft scale, Prismas being 10, the softest pencil. That's where I would put these, at about a 6 or 7. And I only say that Prismas are a 10 because most people have access to Prismas at some point, and they use them and they're like, oh yeah, I know what you mean by a Prismasoft. So in Prisma World Soft, being a 10, I don't use Prismas very often. I tend to like more oil pencils and harder pencils, but I know they have a lot of fans. And I actually just got a box of, I got them right over here. I just picked these up, not too long ago, a couple of days ago. Amazon delivered them, and they're really cute. So we'll try those. We'll get those out and see what they're all about. We'll try those in a video here in the next day or two. And if you guys have a certain brand that you'd like to see me try, I have a lot of pencils, and chances are I've got them around here somewhere. If there's a brand you'd like to see in action, or you'd like to see the colors, or a paint or a marker, just let me know. I have a few requests that I'm still working on. Creepy dolls, porcelain dolls, and a few other things. So those are still coming. And we're still going to do the burnishing and blending tutorials with Gamsol. And I'll be assorted in different blending tools on the market. I actually have a couple of things on order from Amazon, some colorless blending markers, and I'm waiting for those to arrive so I can include them in the video. As soon as they get here, I'll be able to put that together for you. It's super fun. I mean, there's a lot of different products on the market, and I'll try some out. I am not sponsored by anyone. I buy these products with my own money, and I'm happy to share what I find. Okay, so I've got this on here, kind of in the darker shades, and I'm gonna switch over to this color called Merc SL017. I'm just gonna kind of come in here high up on her cheek. Start adding in this more warm, fleshy color. Just nice and easy. It's nothing fancy, just tiny little circles. Helps you blend the other colors in more effortlessly when it's done like this. It stays very smooth and believable. gonna hurry, you know, just take your time. Patience and practice are the two biggest things. Don't let the pencils intimidate you. You're in charge. There are very few mistakes that can't be fixed. I link a battery-powered eraser in all of my videos. It's, well, here it is right here. It looks like this. And it's a neat little gadget. It will erase whatever you don't want. And I will link it in the description. It comes with little refill erasers, and it definitely makes mistakes less terrifying, maybe. But even so, there are very few things that can't be fixed. And some of the greatest art hacks I've learned have been from mistakes, or what I thought were mistakes. Everything's kind of a learning experience, but definitely don't let it intimidate you. It's just paper and pigment, and that's what we're here to learn more about art and techniques, so that you'll feel more confident. And next week, the videos might be a little more sporadic because I am not going to have a connection. I'm going to be in a place where my internet is going to be spotty. But I will upload if I can. And if I can't, then I will double the videos the following week. I still make them, even if I can't upload them, so I'll definitely make it up to you guys if I can't upload next week. And she's kind of a fair complected portrait. We're not really doing like an olive skin or a super fair, but she's kind of a standard fair complexion. And I apologize that my camera keeps trying to adjust. There's, like I said before, there's a lot of thunderstorms, and it's like every time the lightning flashes, my camera tries to adjust the lighting, and I don't really know what to do about that. So thanks for bearing with me. Okay, now I'm going to go over to the dark skin set and get this color. I love this color. It's called Chalk Tone SD023, and it's a very dark brown if you just go in and you're like really being aggressive with it and you're really adding a lot of pressure. But if you barely touch it to the paper, it lends this really pretty, almost walnut color. It's very subtle, and you have to be very light-handed, but I love the effect that it gives. It's very rich, and I've kind of been using it a lot since I got this set last week. It's kind of spoiled me on contouring. And as long as you keep it incredibly light, it really will give you a lot of good color. And you can see, you know, how dark that is, but at the same time how it really works in the creases of her eyes and how nice that shadow is. You know, don't be afraid of dark colors. To have, you know, exceptionally bright colors or metallic colors, you have to have really dark colors behind it to make things shiny or iridescent or bright. You have to have dark to have light. So, you know, just experiment with things and figure out what works best for you. I don't tend to make portraits darker around the eye, around, you know, this area, and that's just a style thing. It's not something that you have to do if you don't like it. It's just something that I do. And as you guys, you know, practice and continue, you'll start to develop your own style. And you'll see, you know, it happens gradually. It's a subtle thing. You're like, oh, wait a minute, I kind of like the way this looks, and I sort of do this every time. And all of a sudden, you know, your work is so uniquely you. And even when you're just coloring, the colors that you choose, the patterns that you choose become very unique, and people can spot your work even without seeing a signature or knowing that it was you. And it's just recognizable. And just be patient and practice, and suddenly your style develops. And I've kind of just come in with this darker color to give her some, you know, more of a richness to the tone of her skin. So I'm going to come in with a very light, it's called light mocha. I'm going to go right back over that area that I just went over with the chalk tone and just kind of smooth that out. And you see how when I go over it, how that pencil underneath just kind of blends in, it just sort of grabs and becomes one with the color beneath it. That's wax. That's what wax pencils do. Whereas if it had been oil, you would kind of see them sitting on top of each other, and you have to really blend them in so that they don't compete with each other. It's just a different kind of different approach with a different sort of pencil. And you'll come to know which ones you prefer, or if you like both. And you know, it just depends on your mood, what you want to work with. And all pencils are a mix of both. It's just some pencils have more oil and some have more wax. I believe the oil is vegetable oil, and I'm not sure about the wax. I don't think all of them are beeswax. Some of them, you know, boast being environmentally friendly, but I'm not sure beeswax is environmentally friendly. But I think with this little portrait, we can cover a lot of different things. We can work on this skin tone, which, you know, when I leave you with her today, I think you guys have gotten the gist. And we've used all the colors that we're going to use except for this sherbet color for her cheeks, just a kind of a little blushy color. But when we come back, we're going to work on her eyes. And then we have these incredible wings. And we're going to work on some iridescent wings. And we might even, I don't know, work on some flowers, but it just kind of depends. Leave me a comment below. Tell me what you'd like to see with this little portrait the next time we come back. And if there's a preference of pencils that you'd like to see me use as well. But I think I'll go ahead and leave it there for today. We're already at about 22 minutes. And this lightning storm is getting kind of crazy. It's affecting the phone, and I don't want it to mess with the lighting so bad that it you know, messes it up for you guys there. So I think I'll go ahead and call the video today. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. That way you get a notification every time I post something new. And I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope everybody's having a great day. Have a great holiday weekend, and I will see you tomorrow.